Hi there everyone, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you for joining me today. I'm making this video more as a little bit of a ad hoc thing because I realised I have not made my daughter's teacher thank you cards, and all of a sudden it's the last day of term, like tomorrow. So I thought, oh, better rustle something up quite quick. Now, the complex thing about my daughter's school is that she ended up with 3 teachers in year 6 for various reasons, and the whole COVID thing and everything. So there's 2 ladies and a gentleman, but I'm just going to share quickly what I'm going to make for the ladies using fancy phrases and the ornate thanks. So I've used it a lot recently. Brilliant. These bold sentiments are just marvellous, you know, and we're going to use the for everything in there as well. Not sure how yet, may not make it, but you know. And then I thought I'd revisit this beautiful stamp that I have used in a video before and colour that in like I did before, but using some different colours. So I don't have a prepared sample, we're just going to create it now with you guys. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and I wasn't sure my camera was going to work, so I was like, oh no, it's not going to work. So I've already done a bit of prep already, so I know I'm going to make a Highland Heather one, and I'm going to make one with an old olive card base. That's because their gifts are one's got a purple one and one's got a green one, so I wanted it to coordinate with their gifts. So for both of these I've got a card base, usual size card base, and the regular white card layer. So the card base is 4 1/8 wide by 5 7/8 of an inch. The layer is 4 by 5 3/4, and then I've done a smaller layer here, which are about 1 inch shorter and narrower. And you can see I've already stamped the main image in Memento black ink because I want to use dimensionals, and I've got this little strip left over which I'm not sure I'm going to use yet, but we'll see. Keep hold of it just in case. And the other thing I've already done is heat embossed that thank you in the gold embossing powder, simply because it's, you know, it's noisy on the camera and stuff. So and you know, we've seen that before, even though it is cool, we have seen that before. So same with this one, just in the Highland Heather colours. So we're going to put those to one side just for the moment and bring in our colours for this. So Highland Heather then. So we have the markers. These are the Stampin' Blend markers if you haven't seen them before. They come in a combination pack with a light and a dark marker. And the important thing to remember is if you're going to use these to colour an image, you want to use a water-based ink to stamp your line art, which is why I've used the Memento. So always use the opposite, so water-based colouring material like a Stampin' Blend, or doing some watering, not Stampin' Blend, Stampin' Right, or a doing some watercolour techniques, you would stamp in a permanent ink like StazOn, is what we've got in the catalogue. But for these, with an alcohol based colouring medium, we want a water based ink. Okay, so I've just quickly gone over that image with the dark marker, and I've applied that to the areas where there's lines indicating shade. So there's not much thought that needs to go into where you need to put the colour. if you're a beginner at this kind of thing, this is very easy to do. There's no special technique to this. You just add in the colour where you need it to go. I would recommend trying to colour in small circles, just so you don't get any stray lines. You shouldn't get too many lines anyway, because the nature of the marker is that the alcohol will just stay a little bit wet and just blend out. And you'll find that the colour will soften slightly as that alcohol dries out. So sometimes you may want to add another layer of colour over the top to intensify it, particularly with some of our paler colours. Petal pink is a very good example of that. Sometimes you need a bit more to get that definition, just like I'm doing now. I think because once you add the light marker, if you go over the top of where you've been before, it almost dilutes it out. So you may find you just want to go back in and redefine those shadows. There are lots of theories on how you should colour with alcohol markers. You find your way and do it your way. And this is my way. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Oh, been off to one side, but you saw me, didn't you? Yeah, that's fine. So I think that's cool. We'll do all the leaves, because I'm going to do both sets of leaves in the same colour. We'll do the leaves when we do the other one. And the other, for this one, although it's a green card base, the gift has some yellow in it. And obviously green flowers don't really kind of compute, do they really? So we're going to go with Daffodil Delight, and exactly the same process. Whack that colour down. I'm going to do this one slightly quicker, and you can be quite liberal with this. Wouldn't panic too much about getting it super precise. It's supposed to be a nice sketchy image. This is a great one to start out with, because it's going to look marvellous regardless. So there we go, just like we did on the purple one. That's all the dark colour down. Oh, I didn't tell you that these have got two nibs as well. So you're seeing me use the bullet tip for this. If you're colouring larger areas, the other end is more of a brush tip, and it's very good for colouring in some larger areas. So I haven't been too fussy with that. There might even be a few little odd white bits showing, but I think that's fine. And again, I'm just going to come back and redefine those shadows a little bit where they've diluted out. If you find it easier, another method that I've seen is that you cover the image entirely with the light colour and then pull out your shadows. Have a little play with it, see what works for you. It's your crafting. I'm merely offering suggestions. Okay, right, beautiful. So leaves then, like I say, I'm going to bring in Old Olive. Really nice colour, almost like an antique-y kind of colour, I would say. Shall we do the other method just to show you? Let's see what happens. Not even sure that's a leaf, but it doesn't matter. So this time, just to see and compare, we'll go with the light marker. And you'll see whether you think there's a difference or not. Again, just using the lines in the image to tell me where to put that ink. There you go. So I would say that you get more of a defined line between the light and the dark if you do it that way. Either way could work. Try it out. Try it out. See what you think. So just for consistency, we'll do the same with this one. So you can spend hours colouring an image. Well, maybe not hours, but you can spend a significant amount of time fussing about with blending and things, and it would look marvellous. But for this project, I think, oh, don't let that flower off. That's got no colour on it whatsoever. Yep. For this image, I really think that this sort of rustic look will do just fine. Okay. There you go. All very lovely. Come on. I have to get these so close to the camera. I feel like I'm going to touch it. I can't tell you how close this is to the camera lens right now. So they look nice, don't they? And you know what, let's just add some, let's add some wink as well, just because. Sparkle without the mess. Tilt that. There we are. Just glistens away. Really, really pretty. And it's instant and no mess. Super duper. What could be better? Okay. Let's add these onto their corresponding layers then. I've got my what's this called again? Stampin' seal. Still getting used to this. It is stickier than our snail that we had. Okay, make sure we get those the right way around. Line up 3 sides, the 4th will follow. Oh, the other good thing about colouring with alcohol-based markers is it's dry instantly. No worry. Well, I say instantly, within a few minutes. Especially on a warm day, just dries really quick. So no worry about smudging anything. Now, hang on, I haven't thought this far ahead on the old design yet, but I know I want these just to go this white panel to go on each of these. Oh, that's running a bit easier now. I did sometimes find that the first few runs of a snail used to be a bit tricky and used to go a bit stringy, and once you got past the first few inches it was better, so maybe that's the case with that now that it's running a bit. Right, so just prepping these card bases then, but I haven't decided yet whether I want ribbon on it or anything, so but just want to try out sort of dry build it, if you like. And you know I'm going to use dimensionals, right? You already know that. And I've already got an embossed sentiment which I haven't cut out yet. Should we trim that down using our super duper trimmer, because that's how easy it is. So because I know that's been stamped straight, I'm just going to line that up. I can see through this thing. I don't know what you call that. What do you call that? The runner thing. And I can get a really nice straight and even border. Just like that. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And you can do it either way around. I think because I'm left-handed, I think I find it easier to have it this way. Hold this and then cut away the good bit, you know what I mean? When I'm doing this kind of thing. You can work out what's best for you. So, if memory serves, that sentiment covers more or less the full length of a card. So, what I think, so we want that to span across. So any ribbon would have to just be in a bow or something. And maybe I'll put it lower down so the image is like towards the top. What do you think? I think that could look good, do you? Yeah. So that's where I'm going with that. And then I was trying to work out whether I needed, so these strips, I thought, well, if I need them, do I map the sentiment on the olive? But I don't think I'm going to. No, I think it'd be too much with layering. I think we just want the white sentiment, don't we? I think so. I think so. Which is great. So let's. So we know that the what do you call it? The base white layer is 4 inches wide. So we want to get these to 4 inches wide. Oh, I haven't done my Right, don't let me forget to add the other bit of the sentiment, otherwise I'll have added this on and then I won't be able to fit it on. Don't let me forget. Not that I can hear you obviously, but you know. You'll be shouting later. You forgot. So if I cut that at 4, it's going to be a little longer, and it's going to take it a little shorter. That'll be fine. So that's great. So it's going to be just a fraction shorter than the base layer. That'll be fine. Beautiful. Nice and quick and easy. Get rid of the rubbish. Sorry, you had a blank screen for a minute then, didn't you? Yes. Other sentiment. Let's just, so again, let's just, where will that other sentiment go? So if I overlap there, so the 4 everything pretty much just fits in that bottom corner, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Now the next question is, do I use the old olive and the Highland heather? I think that would be nice, do you? Old Olive. My stamp pads are in my storage, which is right in front of me. And Highland Heather, matching ink. Another great advantage of using Stampin' Up products, you know it's going to match. Because everything's available. If it says it's Highland Heather, it's going to be Highland Heather. So let's just open that ink pad. It's a photopolymer stamp, which means you stand a good chance of getting it something like straight, because usually I would not stamp directly onto a card for fear of ruining it. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that a cute font? Isn't that cute? I suppose you could have used the yellow, but it won't be very easy to read if it's stamped in yellow. Oh, it's lovely. That's such a lovely font. There we go. Inks away. Okay, are we ready to build? I think we are. Dimensionals. You knew they were coming. Couple in the middle. Don't like saggy middles. Not too close to the edge, so they're not too visible from the, you know, when you look side on the card. We're going to need those for the sentiment in a minute, but we'll do those in a sec. Just going to whip off these backings. These. Yep. If you want to, put a dab of glue on the back of those, which just gives you a little bit more wriggle room. Just make sure you get your placement right. But that looks okay to me for this one. And then we'll bring in this one. Exactly the same. I'm really liking how these turned out. Very nice. And then, because we've raised the panel, we will need something on the edge there to raise that up. Oh, actually, do you know what? We don't, do we? What we just need is a good bit of thingy seal, don't we? That's what we need. So it's nice and strong. That'll be fine. It doesn't overhang by much, so I reckon that will. That's it. Got it. Don't worry. Don't panic. Right. Get that. There. And this one. There we go. Right, bit of bling, I reckon. I think we've got not, oh, actually gold. Got gilded gems. Yeah. Let's go with those. Aren't these lovely? Like little, oh, they're just sparkly. Just sparkly. I need to take your pick tool. And we just want, remember, odd numbers always look good. we like to think, usually I would say, frame your sentiment. Yeah, okay, there, and maybe one up over here somewhere, just to draw one's eye in. Yeah. Same again here. Position is just slightly different because, you know, unless I was going to use my Stamper Artist, the images weren't going to be in exactly the same place, but they are close enough. So those are the, what are they called? Gilded gems. Hey, that's not bad for some, 25, well, 26 minutes. And I was a bit waffling at the beginning, wasn't I? So 2 cards whipped up just like that. And I think they look lovely. Lovely. I think the only thing to add would be a panel on the inside to write on. In fact, let's do that. I've got a whole heap. One of my things to do, you know, sometimes, you know, you just don't know what you're going to make, and so I just sit in here and I just chop myself some layers ready to go for when the inspiration takes me, because I don't want to waste my creative time doing a whole load of prep. So if I'm having a bit of a crafter's block, I'll sit and I'll cut my card bases, or I'll cut some layers. Until I'm ready to make something. These the card bases that I make myself fit beautifully in our envelopes. I think they call them. Do they call them medium envelopes? I think they fit beautifully. You get 40 in a pack, so you get loads, and there's plenty of room on there. So when you have got layers on your card, there's enough room to get those in without stretching your envelopes, so that those are ready to go. Really, really nice. So I hope that's given you some ideas on what you can do with this set. I've got another video where I did a lot more over the background and used vanilla cardstock and petal pink, so I can just look out for that. Look out for that link. All the products I've used are going to be listed in the corresponding blog post, which will be listed in the description bar underneath this video, along with some quick links straight to my store and all my social media things, so you can find me on most places as Stampin with Inky Butterfly. So you can find me there, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, as that. This is so my blog address here is just printed at the bottom of the screen here, so go along there, and there's loads of ideas on there. And I've been blogging for quite a long time before I started videos, so there's probably a whole heap of other inspiration there if you've only ever seen me on this platform. So do check it out. Some likes and subscribes would be brilliant. The other thing that's in my video description down there is my hostess code. So if you are placing an order of that's less than £150 and you put that hostess code in, you'll get a little extra thank you gift from me. Don't know what it will be yet, but you will get a thank you from me. Okay folks, enjoy your day. I'll be back again real soon with another card making video. In the meantime, take care of yourselves and stay safe. Yeah, okay, bye.